and the third variable is time. Do you remember the formulas?
Yes.
Can you name any?
Yes, sir. Distance and speed times time. That's the
Distance
most simple
plus
one.
speed times time. And do you remember average speed?
Average speed.
Yeah,
Isn't you given final speed and initial speed?
yeah, that's one thing. Average speed is total distance
V minus U over T. Oh wait, never mind. That's something else.
over total time. Um, Mahat, that v minus u over t is acceleration actually.
Okay, sir.
So distance and speed and average speed. So these are the two formulas which we'll be using mostly. And let's try a few basic questions. Number one says how many miles a motorist can travel from 9:55 to 10:15. So first of all, how many miles? Distance is unknown, time is given, and speed is given. So distance is equals to speed into time. Now distance unknown, speed is 40 already from 9:55 to 10:15. That is 20 minutes. Divided by 60 is hours. So 1 by 3, that is 40 by 3, makes it 13 whole, 1 by 3, and first option.
So, sir, do we always convert to hours or do we convert to seconds?
It would be
Or-
given in question.
Okay. So when it says like 40 miles per hour, we convert time into hour.
Yeah, we'll be using compatible units. When it says how many miles, I
Mhm.
know speed was in
Mhm.
miles per hour. So the time should be in hours.
Okay.
Like miles per hour into hours. Only then I'll get miles.
Okay.
So compatible units. Number two, what is the average speed? Now we know average speed was total distance over total time in miles per hour of a plane that covers 120 miles in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So average speed is total distance divided by total time. Total distance is already given, which is 120, and total time. Now see, it says find the average speed in miles per hour. So that's the hint. I now know that I'm not going to change this, but this. This is 20 minutes, which would be 20 by 60, which is 1 by 3. So basically, total time is 1 plus 1 by 3. Any disagreement? So this makes it 4 by 3. Now we have two sections. It used to be without calculator and with calculator, but now we'll be having calculator in both the sections. So it depends on you. You like wish to simplify it first, or just use the machine directly. So 3 times is 12. So this is 90 miles per hour average speed. I'll come to question 3 later.
So it's always going to say per hour, or it's always going to give us the unit we have to convert time into, right?
Yes, it would be always the hint would be present in the question. What is the average speed unknown, but in miles per hour? The distance is already in miles, so I would need time in hours also. 1 hour is already an hour and 20 minutes. So I need to change this in order to get miles per hour.
Okay, sir.
After doing 5, then we'll come back to question number 3. See, a salesman travels for 2 hours at 30 miles an hour. This is time, this is speed, and then covers 60 miles, that is distance. In the next 3 hours, again time. What is the average rate? The average rate is speed. Now, you tell me mostly what is the unit of time?
Um, in this case, should we
Mhm.
use time in
Hours?
hours or
Time in hours, yes. And what is the distance? The unit of distance?
Miles?
Miles. So we know time is in hours, distance is in miles. So what should be the speed? unit of speed?
Miles per hour.
Miles per hour. So that's how we'll always get our units. Or else the question would directly state that find your speed in miles per hour or like miles per second or meters per second. It would be given. A salesman travels for 2 hours. Now we know that we are looking for average speed. And what's running in my mind is that average speed is total distance over total time. Now, when I read the question, I can see that time is given in two different sections, which is 2 hours and 3 hours. So I can clearly see that the total time is 5 hours. 2 plus 3. Now I need to know the total distance in order to calculate the speed. It says a salesman travels for 2 hours at 30 miles an hour. This is the first section of the question. So distance is speed into time. He's traveling at 30 miles an hour for 2 hours. That means he's covering 60 miles in the first section. Then the second section of the question says, and then covers the 60 miles. Distance is directly given in next 3 hours. So he's covering another 60 in 3 hours. Now total distance is 120, and that's a 5, makes it 24 miles per hour.
So
Yes,
are
ma'am.
most of the questions going to be this level of difficulty?
It would increase. Level of difficulty will increase.
Okay.
That's why I particularly left question number 3, because we were somehow discussing average speed, and these were two same questions. But keep that in mind. Like, for example, when you have 22 questions, so your first question is going to be easy, and the difficulty level would start on increasing slightly. For example, you will be able to solve first few questions in 5 to 15 seconds. And then the questions at the end, like maybe starting from 18th or 19th question till 22, you would take 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, sometimes 2 minutes. The main aim which I will focus on is to reduce the thinking time, reduce the writing time, and save time, because these are there's none of the topic you haven't done in the past. All topics are familiar. Once I say that there's no time limit, you will get all of them correct. But when I tell you that uh, obviously you will have to solve 22 questions in 35 minutes, so in a rush, one may make a mistake. Number 6, I'll introduce some tough questions as well in today's session. What is the rate in miles per hour? We're looking for speed for a messenger who travels 2 by 3 of a mile. This is distance in 4 minutes. Now he's covering 2 by 3 of mile in 4 minutes. But I need to know in miles per hour. So this is distance. This is time. So he's covering speed is equals to distance over time. Distance is already 2 by 3 and time is 4 minutes. Now this is miles and this is minute, and the requirement of question is miles per hour. So
So
clearly,
divided by six. No,
yeah. Go on.
divided by 60.
Divide by 60. So I need to change this. So it would be 2 by 3 or 4 by 60. Now this is miles per hour. Now you need to be very good in using your calculator. You need to know where you have to put the slash sign, division sign, the box sign, or the fractions, how to handle them. So 2 by 3 over 4 by 60, I'm getting 10. Now, in the previous question, I actually simplified it to the max. And here I'm directly using calculator to get this. See if you get the same answer using calculator.
Yeah, I got the same answer when I put it in my calculator. Can you see?
Uh,
Uh,
Let me try.
Wait, give me a second.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
And it would obviously depend. We have those options, and we can see like we need to keep in fraction, decimal, or whole number. Try question number 8.
So can I just see the answer for the last question very quickly?
Please repeat that.
The last question. I just want to see. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. It's okay. You can go to question 8 now.
Yeah. Question number 8. Is it readable?
Yeah.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
wouldn't the rate just be x?
Never ever introduced a variable, unknown variable yourself. Question will get complicated. What is the rate? What is it actually out of distance, speed, and time?
Rate is miles per hour, and
Miles per hour.
miles
Silence.
is xy,
Speed.
and hours is y. So it would be
It's
xy over
distance
y.
over time. So x, y, over y.
So speed is equals to distance over time,
xy over y, which cancels out the y's.
and we're left with x. So option is A. Try question number 4.
So the answer be B.
Okay, let me calculate. Distance is equals to speed into time, and
Time
40 miles per hour, and
times
time 8.
3.5.
That is 9, 10, 11, 3.5, right? And obviously more than 120. 14 to 3.5 is 140. Yes. So the answer is B. Now try question number 3. At the end of the class, I'll be sharing these worksheets with you, and try your best to finish all the remaining questions. For instance, this sheet would include 27 questions, and we've more or less already done 6. We are doing more. Question 3. Now, see, this question is somehow taking thinking time.
Sir, is the answer D?
D for doctor, yes,
It is?
it is.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're Mohammed, right? Who gave this answer? I'm forgetting the name of the other student. Can you please tell me?
You're asking me or Mahad?
Mahad, okay. Yeah. Mahad, did you get the answer?
Yes, sir. No, I said I got 6 as well. Can you hear me?
Let me know when you're done, then we'll discuss.
Yes, sir. We already finished.
So, are you getting the same answer?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's good. So, my approach to this question is always a sketch. It works for me. Ali walked into the woods at a rate of 4 miles per hour. The distance is unknown. So basically, distance is equals to uh, time is equals to distance over speed. So distance is unknown divided by speed, and then he returns over the same road. Distance is still same, but the speed is different. Now this was actually time one and time two. In question, we are given with total time. So x by 4 plus x by 3 is equals to 3.5, and when we solve for it, x comes out to be 6. So he went 6 miles into the woods. Be careful with the words. Sometimes the examiner would say what is the total distance. In that case, it would be 12. Okay. Now let's increase difficulty level a bit. Question number 10. Formulas would remain the same. You just have to understand the situation. Are you getting the context of question?
I
Yes, sir.
understand the context, yeah.
Okay.
So would the answer be C?
It is C. Mohammed, are you there?
I'm there.
Okay. And getting to the answer?
Not really.
See, a train traveling at 100 miles at m miles per hour. Distance, speed. So if I just use these two, distance is equal to speed into time. I can see what the time is. Distance is 100, speed is m miles, and time is unknown. So it's taking 100 by m. And we know it is 1 hour late. To be on time, this should be 100 by m minus 1. This should be the time to be on time. Just simplifying. So this gets 100 minus m. Now to be on time, this is the time it should take. How many miles an hour should it have traveled to arrive? That is speed. Now this is already late. Definitely it would speed up. So distance is equals to speed into time. Distance is not going to change between the 2 points. So that is 100. Speed is unknown. We have the time, which is 100 minus m over m. This is the new time. So we make the subject taking m on the other side, that is 100m, and dividing with the numerator goes in denominator. This is the new speed. So 100 m over 100 minus m, option C. Clear, Mohammed?
Yeah, sir.
Try number 17.
I got A.
That is correct. Mahad, your answer?
Yes, I also got answer.
That is good. So you see, Mohammed, some questions do take time, but the difficulty level may be the same. It just spreads over the statement and in two sections. Okay, now we try two more questions from this topic and then we'll jump on to the second one. Our target would be minimum two topics in every class. How much further can a motorist traveling at 35 miles an hour for each hours travel than a motorist who travels at 40 miles per hour for each minus 2 hours? Try this.
I got B as my
Got B,
answer.
sir.
B is correct. Okay. One more, and then we'll move on to next topic. Train X leaves New York at 10 a.m. and travels east at a constant speed of x. So train X leaving in New York, speed is x, time is 10. Train Y leaves New York at 11:30 and travels east along the same track. I'm just drawing it different to avoid any overlaps. Now it started at 11:30 and with the speed of 4x by 3, which is obviously more than x, more than 1. At what time will the train Y catch train X? So let's assume it catches at this point. At that point, I can see one thing, that both the trains have traveled same distance. So I assume distance traveled by X is equals to distance traveled by Y. Distance is speed into time. On the other side, again, speed into time. Speed of train X is X. Time of train X, let's say that is T. On the other side, speed of train Y is 4x by 3 and time. Anyone can tell me what the time would be? This is the whole catch. You get the time correct, you get the correct answer. Mohammed, thinking.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Can you just tell me what time will you use for train Y?
So what do you mean by what time?
Like for train X, I'm using symbol T.
Hmm.
So I need to know what time will we substitute for train Y. and this would be used. I'll give you the options: t, t plus 1.5, t minus 1.5. Out of these three, what should I substitute in train wise equation?
Would it be t plus 1.5?
What do you think, Mohammed?
Give me a second, sir.
Okay.
Actually, would not be minus 1.5 then, since the 1.5 are apart.
Okay, if you've reconsidered, we can see it as t minus 1.5.
Okay.
Mohammed, I'm just putting that in. This is t minus 1.5
Sir,
because
I got
actually
I got D as my answer.
d is correct.
So, oh,
Because train y actually takes 1.5 or less than train x. Because it left late but catches the train, that means they are meeting on the same time.
so I got C as the answer. I'm not sure how.
Let's do the working.
So the equation that I wrote, it's the same as yours, but I wrote x is equal to x bracket t minus, and then I wrote 10 o'clock, and I equated it to 4 x over 3. Same thing, t minus 11:30, but it's the same as the thing you wrote.
Okay.
And again, 30.
See, first thing, have you cancelled out this x?
Yes. Okay.
Now see, this is your choice. If you take 4 by 3 inside the bracket, I'm taking 3 on the left hand side, making it 3t. And now multiplying 4 inside, this is 4t minus 6. 4 into 1.5 is 6. Now 6 on left hand side, taking 3t on the other side. So you get 6 is equals to t. Now it is 6 hours and we made 6 t for x. So 10 plus t, that is 10 plus 6 hours. After 6 hours, we have 4 p.m. on this same day. Can you figure out the problem? The mistake, Maad?
What's the
Sir,
Mhm.
I originally got 5:30 as my answer, but I added it to 11:30 instead of 10. Then when I added it to 10, I got 4 p.m.
Uh, yeah, because there was no option for 5.
Yeah.
I started off with t, making t the my center point, the focus point, and I started from 10. That is why I'm adding t to 10. If I would have made a different equation, like making y the focus, let's say distance of x is equal to distance of y, and I know this is speed 4x over 3, and if I would have written t over here, I know dx is actually taking more time. So I would use speed into time, that is plus 1.5. Now I would see what my t comes out to be. X goes away with the x3 coming on this side is 3t plus 4.5 is equals to 4t. Now 4.5 is equals to t. But now I know that we are working with t with respect to y. So I need to add this t in 11:30 because y took t hours. So
So
after
either of them would have worked.
11:30 plus 4, you still end at 4.5, you still end at 4. 0.5 is 30 minutes. 11:30 plus 30 is 12, and then 4 hours. Clear, Mahad?
Yes, sir, I understood now.
Okay. The next